Yesterday, Washington Mutual Bank failed. This is the biggest bank to fail in U.S. history. I've been telling everybody for 6 months that it was going to get worse, and it most certainly has. And it's going to continue to get worse. Much worse. More banks will fail. This is the story in a nutshell. The Federal Reserve Bank, the group of private banks that control our monetary system, loaned lots of money to banks at artificially low interest rates. The banks, in turn, loaned out even more money to people to buy houses. These people were made to believe that the value of their houses would continue to increase substantially every year forever. Seeing this trend, it was seemingly a good idea for everyone to buy a house, and the banks gave mortgages to lots of people who didn't have the means to make the payments. As housing values fell, people couldn't make their payments and walked away from their mortgages. This in turn left the banks with bad loans and houses that weren't worth nearly as much as they were when the bank loaned the money. If enough people don't pay their loans to a bank, the bank fails. People lose investments. People lose jobs. It becomes a snowball effect. Everybody suffers. This is happening on a large scale. Now when the government says it's going to bail out one of these failing institutions, it basically says goodbye to capitalism and hello to communism. As we are a nation of debt, the government prints the money to buy up these bad banks and bad debts. When the government prints money out of thin air, this is called inflation. The effects of inflation are simple. The more dollars you have, the less each dollar is worth. So when the government prints $600 billion and uses it to buy bad debts, the effect is that the losses from Wall Street and greedy bankers becomes everyone's loss. The value of the dollar goes down, and the purchasing power of our saved money goes down. The American lifestyle that we all enjoy cannot last, as it has forever. We are a nation of consumers. What we produce, we consume. And we don't produce enough for our massive consumption. We get the goods from foreigners. We give them US dollars, fiat currency, and they in turn give us goods. This is great. The only problem is that eventually, they will wake up to the bad trade they are getting. As this happens, we will have to give them ever more dollars to buy the same amount of goods. Our wages will adjust, but never at the rate of actually inflation. That is to say that, while we will continue to make more dollars for our jobs every year, we will have less purchasing power every year. The government will continue its rapid inflationary policy to pay for our elaborate foreign policy and massive government spending. In time, I am predicting within the next 10 years, we will be in America's next Great Depression, worse than the 70s. Learn Austrian economics and educate yourself of what is happening. Sell your stock. Buy gold. Buy commodities. If you have real savings, get it out of the dollar. And if you think Obama or McCain will do anything to improve this mess, you probably also think Zimbabwean billionaires are rich. I hope I'm wrong, but reason tells me I'm not.